Hello, who's ever watching. Thank you for joining. Just trying to make sure. Yeah, you know what? I think I will move that. Hopefully it won't fall. See if that's any better. Mic-wise setup. All right. Now I've got all this cord. Move that. Hi, Bright Smiles. Nice to see ya. Nice to see you in here. How you guys doing as you come in? Hello, hello. Can you hear me all right? Sound should be fine. I'm all right. I'm pretty tired. Hi, Mama Bear, Tyler, Shield Maiden. Pretty tired. Wasted a lot of time. But I am here and ready to read. Hi, Vivian. How you doing? You just feel like this just like gets like the upper. There's more to me than just a head and shoulders. Nice to see you guys as you're coming in. Thank you so much for joining me. I waited a little while because I just needed to get like my brain together. Oh, you've been missing for a minute. I'm glad that you caught me as well today. I'm going to be looking at, I can't make up my mind again. It's my upper body. Whether I'm hot or cold. Oh, good for you, Tyler. You're doing much better and you're ready to finally move to Pennsylvania soon. Well, once you do, you'll have to let us know how that's going for you. Hi, Mama Bear. I'm tired. I admit it. I am tired today, and a little irritable, to be perfectly honest. But I'm here, and I'm good. I'm good. And hello, Shield Maiden. Thank you for joining me, Tracy Ralph. I've got various decks of cards here. I want to do an update reading on a case of a man out of Calgary. Now, this would be an updated case, and it is for, let me just, Marshall Iwasa from Calgary, Canada. And I just want to go back over his case. It's been a while. And if you're not familiar with that case, boy, it is quite something. And I'll be getting here. I'm just pulling up a news article for you guys so that you can see it. Hopefully it is not going to be like, okay, this one looks pretty good. And it's actually, I think, one of the more updated ones as far as news articles go about Marshall, from June 15th, 2020, from the it's Global News out of Canada. So I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna copy, of course, and paste. Hey, Sharon Sight, the article so you can have it to see for yourself or save it. But I'm also now going to share that article, that page, okay? So with his case. So Marshall Iwasa, he's out of Calgary. What we know about the missing man, and I don't think I'm going to play the video, but the update was, I think, missing since 2019, I think, November 17th, working with they're still working on a plan to search areas where his vehicle was found. Okay. Now, you might see this burnt out, this little video here. This would be worth watching. It goes on about his vehicle being found. Police released never heard before details. Hmm. And they say that the plans are in the works. And this was 2 years ago to check out that mountainous terrain where his vehicle was found. It had been burned. Um, so he was 27 years old, and he was last seen by his family in Lethbridge. Yeah, November 17th, 2019. And he told his family he was going to be returning to Calgary, but like on his way back, he disappeared and nobody heard from him. And then a week later, his burned out vehicle was found on one of those back roads. I think of like a logging road or something, back country near Pemberton, in the BC back country near Pemberton. Okay, here's a picture of Marshall. Very handsome young man, very fit. From what I remember, he and his family had just had a kind of a get together, and he was returning back from the family holiday together, and he never made it home to where he was living in Calgary. Okay, so they've conducted numerous searches, and they've not found anything of his remains or anything like that. It's very suspicious. Foul play is, of course, well, it says no foul play is suspected, but that's he was experiencing stress in his life, and they had he had hidden before the police say that before he went missing, Iwasa had hidden the fact that he had stopped attending some kind of post-secondary classes, okay? And in examining his personal affairs in the months now this is the information I don't think I had when I did my reading. I can't remember, but I'm gonna read it now. In examining his personal affairs in the months leading up to his disappearance, including interviews with close friends, as well as financial, medical, and social media activity, there's evidence apparently to suggest that he was experiencing stress and was becoming more withdrawn. Sorry, I'm just got to clear my throat, so I'm going to put this on pause. Sorry, guys. And hello to all of you that are coming in again. Doris Smith, everyone. So apparently he was withdrawing. Is just becoming overwhelming. Things were becoming overwhelming, I think, in his life. All right. And he visited a storage locker before his disappearance. When he was last seen, Iwasa told his family he was going to visit his storage locker, and according to Lethbridge police, the storage locker key and logs show his code was used to enter the facility and then about 2 hours later leave the compound. They began investigating his disappearance. By the time they began investigating his disappearance, the CCTV footage from the storage facility was no longer, unfortunately, available. But they did have records, apparently, that logged him coming in and when he left. So his burned out vehicle was found on the November 25th, 2019, like I said, in a remote mountainous area in British Columbia. There it is. There's the truck. Pretty nice truck. And the police say that an examination of the vehicle and the area at the time offered no evidence to suggest criminal offense had been committed, and no evidence to suggest anyone other than Awasa was present when the vehicle was burned. It has not been conclusively determined if the vehicle was burned intentionally or as a result of an accident. His clothing was found in a forested area in British Columbia near the vehicle. Hikers found those in a forest trail leading away from where the burned out vehicle was found. There's a discrepancy between the photos taken by the hikers who located the scene and RCMP photos that were taken when officers arrived sometime later. Well, that's weird. Did somebody move things? Is It is possible other backcountry users encountered the items prior to RCMP arrival, police explained. As such, police are asking anyone who may have happened across the scene and inadvertently disturbed the items to come forward. His vehicle, burned out vehicle, remains apparently where it was located due to the extremely challenging remote terrain where it was found. So apparently they've left it there. And due to winter conditions at that time in 2020, I don't know if they've gone back up yet in that time within 2 years, or if they've just left it there. Items recovered have been forensically processed, they said, where possible, including all available electronics. In addition, fingerprinting has been conducted, saying no usable prints were found. All evidence is being retained for potential DNA testing. The evidence cannot be DNA tested by our CMP crime labs unless officers have reasonable grounds to believe that a DNA designated tested criminal offense has been committed. And at this time, and this was 2020, no evidence or grounds exist according to them. And they say that there's some investigative details cannot be shared to the public. All tips received have been investigated. No footprints of life since. Okay, so there he is. All right, I think it's time for me to throw down some cards. You got 100 subscribers today. Yay, Shield Maiden. They keep cutting mine. And then like throwing me a couple viewers back at a time. You know, I've been tempted to deal with them, but I've been dealing with enough personally at home that it's just like I got to pick my battles right now. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to try my demo deck. This is I'm still working on it. I have more cards to add, and I'm just going to see what I pick up and see if this did Marshall walk away? Was he depressed and did he walk away from his life? So let's see. I'm going to use, like I said, my little deck, my little demo deck. Let's see what we get. Dial into Marshall. So basically what I'm going to be asking is, did Marshall end things for himself? I'm not going to use certain words because YouTube doesn't like certain words, but you guys get the drift. So, or did he, the problem that what I am bothered by is the fact that there's clothing. Now, that could be definitely a setup if you want to make it look like you've ended or your life is over and you go start over somewhere else. But it can also definitely be that you have done those things, you know? So I want to take a look at that. Let me see. Oh, man. Did Marshall do this himself? Did he walk away, so to say, from his life? Or is this a crime? Man, I am not comfortable right now. All right. Let me just take and stop the sharing tab. All right. I'm getting enjoy simple joys like the child's through a child's eyes. Hi, Dozen Cat. God, I'm losing my voice again. I saw the email and I will definitely be putting that up. I've just been struggling a bit myself and I've been away and a bit slower to get back to my email. I'm never great about it, I have to admit, but I did see that today and I will get back to that. This is funny. Well, I get DNA evidence. I get that there is some kind of evidence that they do have. I'm getting, there's some forensics, but it could be the forensics. It can be financial forensics. It can also be that I think he definitely wanted the pressure. Okay, I'm getting stuff now. Definitely picking up with the child's eye view. And what we just read, that's fairly accurate. I feel like he was wanting to escape, in a sense, from being an adult. Definitely. And that they do have forensic, perhaps, evidence to suggest this desire, to not have all this stress. And as we know, the reason why I got these bags, and why I look older than I am. Hold on a tick. Okay, let's see what else we got. Because of my voice. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. Between my allergies, my drama, let me just vent for a second. All right. Oh man. All right. So that's interesting. Okay. This is my seek. Like this is the sign that somebody, oh, Dora, thank you, baby. This is my sign that somebody needed medical attention. Now, this can be like because you're having a mental health crisis or you've been hurt physically. This is saying there's a crisis going on and there needs to be outside professional help, specifically somebody getting emergency care. So I wonder if he didn't crash or if that isn't just a sign. Oh, thanks, Dozen Cats. I am not feeling it today. I feel like something the cat drug in. Oh man. Hey Leslie. Morning where you are. I feel like, man, my body feels like it doesn't know what time it is. Part of it's, change of life going on with me. And then drama and all that. But everybody's got enough there and they don't want to hear about mine. And I'm not about to share it. But so it looks like Marshall. Oh, look. Okay, I get confusion. followed with that needing to go and get medical attention. Maybe he had an accident. Oh God, I feel stiff as a board. I just like, and, okay, sorry, y'all. You don't feel him in spirit. I'm not there yet, Tracy, because like I'm always a little behind because I'm doing three things. My brain's doing the chat, it's gonna read and blah blah blah. But I'm not tapping into that yet. And I'm holding out that maybe he just walked away from his life and is elsewhere. You know. But so far it is showing me just that he was in a state of confusion. He was needing some kind of professional care because I think he was having a mental health crisis. He was just really overwhelmed. And they do have proof of that. They do have proof of that. Now, let me stop for a moment and join Tracy and do my thing to see if I can feel him in spirit. That takes me just a hot minute, you guys. I feel like I'm all swollen and puffy from allergies. Mm. It's not very strong. I'm kind of on the fence about it. All right, I'll keep going. Okay. I'm getting telepathy, intuitive dreams. And I get 0. But when I made this 0, this is a new opportunity. This is like starting over. Because the 0 is empty and full at the same time. It has potential. It is potential. I need to have you on, Dozen Cats. That'll be the next. It's just because I'm overwhelmed dealing with family when I'm not doing this. And I don't know that people understand that. And it makes me getting back with emails and things like that a heck of a lot slower than a lot of other people that this is what they do every day. I am doing this and family and other people are doing that too. But my family's got special, we've all got, I'm not going to go on about it. But how about you and I schedule for joining up and collabing? That'd be great. I would like to do that, Kelly. So this is kind of interesting, you guys. There is really definitely that feeling of this dude felt okay. I think like because I can appreciate mental fog and having issues with depression and stuff like that. And I think a lot of us here do. A lot of us do. Or if you don't, you know of people that do in your family. And this was a mental health crisis I see happening, the way that I'm getting these cards. The one thing that makes me feel hopeful is that he may have had some kind of amnesia. He may have had some kind of accident and wandered away and eventually got help, but maybe he didn't know who he was or something. Stuff can happen. We all hear about it, later. But whatever the case may be, he was in crisis, in a mental fog, not thinking clearly for sure. Okay. And I think investigative sources know by looking at his digital trail and whatnot that he was feeling overwhelmed. I'd be honored to have you. You are a great reader. I was watching you read the other night, but I'm so goddamn tired. I fell asleep. And then You were talking. Who else did you have on? I can't remember. It was, but I'll do that. It's like I thought, oh, I want to join him, but I don't. I realize I won't do it if I don't have the energy, because then I don't give a good reading, and I've had to learn to pull back and not keep pushing. So I'm feeling like there's some positive hope here with this. It's like no matter what, all I can say is this man wanted a reset. He definitely wanted a reset. There may have been a crisis level reached with mental health where he became confused, may have had the accident with the vehicle, and may not have, and may have acted out in a way that he doesn't fully remember. I definitely think he was in a fog, which could have caused an accident, etc., with what they found, with the clothes leading away, so on and so forth, so far. Because I am being shown that, as I said, it looks to me like he really wanted to try and start over where he wouldn't have responsibilities. Now, that can go one of two ways. You disappear and you just kind of allow your identity to pass, but you're still alive. Or you unfortunately really leave your life. I'm not getting really leave the life yet. Kaya, hello. I got hairs that are coming down, tickling my nose. It's so annoying me. I'm getting a card of the ancestors. The ancestors. He is indigenous, by the way. Just so that you know. I can't remember. I will get that information up. His ancestors have their eyes on him. Yeah, right? In BC. Well, like he was, okay, for one thing, he had traveled out away from, we're talking, oh, thank you for JR for the prompt. Let me type it in. We are talking about the Marshall. Oh boy, his last name. Iwasa. Case. I'm sorry, I'm a very slow typer. I was typist. That was never my forte. Okay, am I showing that? There. Yeah, okay. So this is the case we're covering, just in case you're new and coming in. Now, I did a reading on this. It's been a long time. And one of the reasons why I'm coming back to it is I had a viewer comment. And I said, oh, yeah. And that made me think, you know what? I need to look back again at his case. So that's what I'm doing. And we will but anyway, back to Marshall's case. If you want to know more, there is a link in the chat log, and I will share it again just in case, that you can find out. Damn it. You can find out a bit more about his case. Just so you have it. Okay. Yeah, you might hear my stomach on this microphone. It's like uber close. All right. Hi, Gathina. All right. So let's see. Where was I? Definitely the sense that he wanted to start over where he didn't have all this pressure or responsibility that he had been feeling. But I think there was also something that happened, combination, like where he's having the mental health crisis, and then there's a physical health crisis. So I think he may have crashed the truck out of being in a bit of a fog, a bit of a confusion. I'm getting the dreams again, and prophetic dreams. I think he's trying to communicate and lead. This is falling under DNA, and the forensics that they have, digital forensics, is footprint, social media, and what not. And it's looking like, I think he's trying to, man, he was really, I'm getting spiritually, the ancestors were trying to push him to go seek medical attention, to just drive himself to a hospital. And that's may have been what he was trying to do. How he ended out in that, really, I mean, if they are leaving the vehicle because it is so hard for them to get that truck down from there, how in the world, what in the world, brought him there? Now, just so that you know, and he was out of town initially because he was visiting his family, and that's what took him out of Calgary and put him in the area that he was in. But then they find his vehicle burn out in BC. It's very strange. Anyways, he was supposed to be headed back to his home, where he was living outside from his family in Calgary. I'm getting Akashic Records, and it's falling under the card of confusion. Karmic relationship in progress. Cold. I'm getting nothing that's really, it's kind of like on the fence for me, to be honest, you guys, because it looks like he could be on the most positive side, he could have like some sort of an amnesia where he's forgotten who he is to some degree. He could have unfortunately incurred some kind of head as well injury. And there's such a dreamy like feeling. It feels in between states. It's like Tracy said, they're only like an hour apart. So that's not a far way to go from Lethbridge, where I believe his family was, right? That not really. Why did he end up this other direction? I have to really, yeah. So like when I look at this, it is really nebulous, Tracy. It's like the energy's weird. It's not life, it's not death. It's a very strange kind of dream-like state. Okay. Now that's just using my cards. And it also makes me feel that it's possible he could have went to seek attention and may not know who he is. And, like he could be living homeless or something. There's almost like, I want to say, is that a possibility with what I'm seeing? I'll get another deck because I need some clarification. Ugh. I have water. Do you go over water somewhere or head toward water? Like he was trying to head home again. Now, this can be about moving house. It can be about you buying a house warming. It can be a new home. It's a home. But what is